What's up guys, my name is Spenny and today I have some very exciting news in a time when it seems like all we see is red in the market. That exciting news is that ARK Invest was more than impressed with Tesla's Battery Day. It seems like many investors' expectations weren't met on Battery Day. However, this is probably due to people just not understanding the magnitude of what was said on Battery Day and what it means for the future of Tesla. So I'm going to play an interview that just took place a couple days with an analyst from ARK Invest. His name is Sam Corus, and well, let's just say ARK seems to be very happy with the direction Tesla is going.
Tesla is one of ARK's top holdings, as we all well know. Thanks so much for joining us, Sam. Why do you think the stock's down so much today?
I think this is a clear example of Wall Street being extremely short-term oriented. They wanted something maybe for the next quarter. Tesla just laid out incredible plans for the next 2 to 3 years to make sure that battery production would not be a problem or a bottleneck for ramping, and that they would be able to produce a price parity electric vehicle. And I think that level of investment for the future is just not what Wall Street analysts are looking for.
So do you think the run-up year to date, which obviously is far bigger than this recent pullback, is also Wall Street being too focused on the short term?
I think so. I think when we're looking at the research and Tesla's ability to turn their fleet of vehicles into autonomous vehicles and get paid on a price per mile basis, we're still at the very beginning of what Tesla can achieve.
Right, but I was saying, Sam, you were saying the pullback is Wall Street being too short-term focused, so the run-up that preceded that, is that also short-termism, or is that the correct long-termism?
So I think that was people finally catching up to where Tesla has proven themselves as a manufacturing company, being able to ramp production. I think for a long time, pretty much for the past 5 years, the narrative we heard, Tesla will never be able to scale production. Now Tesla's going from breaking ground on a factory to volume production in 1.5 years. So I think that was really a catch up for Wall Street to where they are today and where they're operating. And I still think there's a huge amount of room to go from here for what Tesla can do in the future.
And we'll give you credit. I mean, the ARK funds have done really well this year, in part because of your heavy exposure to Tesla, and you guys were out on a limb with very, very bullish calls. What's gonna take Tesla higher, and how much do the battery announcements, especially on costs, factor into that thesis?
Sure. So I'll start on the battery front. I think the announcements they made are incredible because they're not just improvements on a dollar per kilowatt hour basis, but the cost reduction measures are actually increasing the performance of the vehicle. So this is kind of giving them an edge on not just the cost of the cell, but on the cost per mile of range. And so prior to yesterday's announcement, we thought Tesla had a 3 to 4 year lead versus the competition with regards to battery technology. And now we think that lead is extended even further. And this is all due to their vertical integration. And you saw that because these improvements were coming across a number of vectors. And that's going to be extraordinarily hard for a competitor to replicate.
So this 10% pullback or 14% over 2 days is short-termism. I mean, clearly it's performed unbelievably well so far this year, Sam. That doesn't lead you to want to take any profits from what has been a fantastically successful holding, of course, for ARK. You think that this extraordinary 400% run-up this year is just the small start of what's to come?
Yeah, so we will release an updated version of our evaluation. For now, we are sticking with that same $7,000 price target divided by 5 for the split, so $1,400. And we think that will actually change as Tesla continues to move towards autonomous electric vehicles. And even at the battery announcement yesterday, you had Elon Musk say that they were going to release an aggressive beta version of full self-driving in roughly a month's time.
Sam used terms such as huge room to go. We thought Tesla had 3 to 4 years on competition for battery tech, and now that's extended even further. And they're planning on re-releasing an updated valuation on Tesla's future stock price. So while many Wall Street analysts are disappointed and aren't really understanding the magnitude of this, what this means for Tesla's business in the future, there are a few people who do. And ARK probably has one of the best understandings on tech in the business. Their ETFs fully focus on innovation and technology. So I'm really excited to see what kind of valuation they're going to propose now, where they think Tesla is going to be headed to. Comment down below and tell me what your guys' predictions is. I think this is going to drastically increase their valuation on Tesla. So if you are invested in Tesla right now, there is a lot of red we're seeing, and maybe you're unsure if the stock's going to continue to go down, or maybe you just aren't sure if the battery day was a disappointment or not, if you don't fully understand battery tech and what was really said. If that's the case, I urge you to take a look at ARK Invest and see what they say about Tesla. They're very bullish on it, but they make some really solid points on why they believe Tesla will perform well over the next 10 years and why their base case for Tesla stock in the next 5 years is, well, was $7,000 pre-split. Now that's $1,400 is their base case from the current stock price. But I think after this interview, we can be pretty sure that that $1,400 base case is going to be increased. So in my opinion, I wouldn't be worried about Tesla's stock price right now. If you plan on holding it for the next 10 years, I would say there's a pretty good chance that it will definitely increase from here. And really the big catalyst is going to be autonomous driving. Once that news is announced, I think we can see the stock price really shooting higher. And that's when Tesla will really meet their potential and start exponentially increasing their earnings over time. So if you like these kind of videos and you like to see updates on Tesla and what analysts are saying, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I give frequent updates on Tesla and many other stocks. And if you found this video informative, please drop a like on it. And don't forget to comment down below what you guys think Tesla's price target is going to be. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.